What's up, guys? Your host with the most, Lord Trunks, back at again with another fitness video. You can see I'm on a different place. Hey, no, get off. Anyways, guys, sorry, that was my dog. He got right on top of the couch. I told him to, get off, fuck off, because he's not supposed to do that. You can see, guys, I'm on a whole different, environment right now. This is just the downstairs of the house. Because usually I record upstairs. So it's a whole new vibe. This feels pretty cool. It's like couch time with Edwin, I'm gonna call it. Couch time with Edwin, Lord Trunks 101. But anyways, guys, today we're gonna be talking about deloads and why people are not implementing deloads and probably never heard of deloads in the first place. First of all, guys, deloads, what they are is a specific week in your training, your schedule, where you implement either lower volume or lower intensity, depending on it really depends on the individual and experience. So a lot of people have never heard of deloads, and the reason why is because people have never been informed about them, because it's a thing out there that it's not really important to implement, because it's really hard to exceed that amount of fatigueness. But once you start getting intermediate level, advanced level, it's very, very easy to fatigue quickly in the first week, first day even coming to the gym. And the reason is because sometimes we hype ourselves up and we go heavy, especially if you bench press a lot, you squat a lot, you deadlift a lot, so you hype yourself up, you feel good. So you're always trying to go heavyweight, and that's the part where everybody screws up on. You can't go heavy all the time, or else you just basically fatigue yourself all the time, and there's no way for you to overload progress because you're always fatigued. You're always overloading. So people who are always overloading every day, it's not always a good thing because it stops working. But it works in the beginning, but after a while it starts diminishing, and you start noticing aches and pain, and you might even notice injuries. And that's because of, what's the word? Overtraining. Overtraining, I believe, honestly doesn't exist. I think overtraining is kind of like a way of people are not eating right, people are not sleeping right, so that's what they call overtraining. But if you sleep right, you eat right, get a cool amount of calories in, you can't overtrain ever because you're eating a lot and you're sleeping perfectly like a baby. So overtraining shouldn't be a problem. It's mostly people that are inexperienced that deal with aches and pains and fatigueness. People are inexperienced and are just trying to max out every day. Those type of people usually need to have scheduling a limit so they know when to actually stop lifting heavy, because that's the problem a lot of people have. Ego. A lot of people have ego. A lot of people want to lift heavy or get better quickly, but that's not the way to do it, guys. It's better to be slow like the turtle than fast like the rabbit, because you know what happens, guys? The rabbit eventually fucking fatigues and fucking dies while the turtle keeps going, because the turtle has a pace. Turtle is not fucking worried about shit. It's mostly a marathon. It's not about getting there as quickly as possible. If anything, it's going there at a good pace, but also informing, being aware of it every day, and also just it's also, what's the word, reminding yourself what you're doing and what you have to achieve. So deloads is essential for everybody, especially if you're trying to be the best version of yourself in the gym and outside. You need to take a deload in the gym, you need to take a deload outside the gym. Deloads work both ways, guys. You can implement deloads in the gym outside because it's just kind of the same it's the same thing, but just different words for different things, for a specific task. The reason deloads are very important is because it lowers down the fatigueness that you created throughout the whole week. Say you've been working out for 3 weeks hard, like really hard, and you've come to a point where the last week after the third week feels like crap. That's the week that you should take a deload, especially that week, because you're not gonna progress no more if you just keep going ham. So what's the point? So your body needs to take a break, needs to lower down the volume, do 50% of the sets you're doing per day, per week, do 50% of that, or lower down the intensity by 50, 70%, whatever works. You have to experiment, guys. These are just ideas that might work for you. So if you lower down the volume, most individuals are going to respond good to that, and they actually lower the fatigueness. But if you're a bigger individual, these people take a longer time to recover. So these guys might have fatigueness a week and after even. So what they have to do, even those bigger individuals, probably lower down the volume and also the weight, and just focus, not even do a ton of reps, because reps equal fatigueness. If you do a lot of reps, it doesn't matter the weight, you're gonna get fatigued faster than compared to doing a single for, a heavy 90%. So it's very important to implement these deloads throughout the weeks that you're working out, especially at the end of the month. Say like, you can go ham for 5 weeks, like really you can, but you have to be smart about the training per week. You have to gradually increase the weight or the volume or add on sets, in a smart way, in a smart manner. Because if you do it too quickly, you're not going to be able to progress, and then you're gonna actually by the 3rd week, you're already not gonna be progressing no more. So you have to be smart about choosing weight and choosing reps and choosing sets, and also choosing exercises for throughout the whole weeks that you're planning, the 1st week, 2nd week, and 3rd week. And then the 4th week, you still gonna do the same exercises, but you're gonna just do 50%, 70% volume, or 50 to 70% intensity, which is how much weight is on the barbell. So be smart about what you're doing, guys. You guys, honestly, beginners don't need to worry really too much about deloads, because those individuals are barely starting and they don't even know how much they can handle yet. So they're barely experimenting. Like if you're already intermediate, you're already have a good idea on how much your body is capable of doing with a certain way, doing with reps and this and this and that, because you already experimented with yourself. So it's smart now to look at training at a different way, and looking at resting as a positive thing instead of a bad thing. Because a lot of people look at resting off days like, oh shit, I'm not doing shit, as a bad thing because they're not in the gym. But it's a good thing, because your body needs that yin yang balance, going to the gym hella hard, and then meditating, relaxing at home. Because if there's no really that much balance, or at least you can maintain that balance somehow, like by doing something, I don't know, eating more, taking extra vitamins, then there's no way for you to recover fast and actually recuperate to your full maximum potential. And that's the way it is, guys. You have to be aware of what you're doing, or else you're really not gonna know what the hell you're doing with shit, Like even what I'm talking about is just experience. I've noticed when I take deloads, I feel way better the week, coming. I'm like, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready to go to the gym and just hit this enormous amount of weight. But I know that that enormous amount of weight must wait until the 4th week, which is where I could go, pretty ham. And then the week after that, it's a deload, it's a chill week. You don't have to do, too much work. You could keep the intensity relatively the same, but lower down the volume. Say if you're doing, say for example, your regular workouts is 4 sets of 8 with a particular, exercise with the squat, bench, or deadlift. Then what you're gonna do is just 4 sets of 8 will basically be 2 sets of 8. That's pretty simple. All you have to do is just cut it in half. And if you notice that month that you just took a deload, if you implemented that 50% cut in volume, and it felt like you didn't really feel really ready for the next week, then maybe even cut down the intensity next month, and when you're gonna about to do deload. And if that doesn't work, then maybe even just keep it the same. Like perhaps even say you're doing the volume the same and the intensity the same, but the only my bad. Say like you're doing the intensity the same, but the only difference is the volume is like, you know, five reps for 2. That's it. 2 sets of 5 for a particular exercise, and you feel that it feels good. Then keep doing that, because everything is always depends on the individual, on just a lot of things. Like it's kind of like a brain thing too. Like if you believe in this workout program is going to work for you, it's going to work for you, because you're already, you know, training yourself in the brain and everything consciously, subconsciously, that the program is going to work. So whatever you believe in, guys, just do it. And if it works, just keep doing it, because that's the way it goes. And keep learning from other people. Go look at the big dogs. The people on YouTube are especially like popping. Those people know what they're doing usually. A lot of them, most of them are legit. Not a lot of people are like scamming that are big like that. Those people are legit as hell. They're like freaking hella big and shit. Looking, I'm roided. You probably think I'm roided if anything. But anyways, guys, deloads are very important. So what I keep repeating out of the whole video is 50% volume or intensity. That's the main thing you have to remember. And if you're a small individual, do it for a week. Bigger individual, do it more than a week, probably a week and a half. You'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. So I hope this video helped a lot of you guys out. I think I talked a lot in this video. I think this is like a 10-minute video. I don't know. I just went off about deloads and why they're very important, you guys, because they are. You must do them, or else you're not gonna progress like you want to. Lord Trunks. Boom!